All right, so we're really close now, everybody. We're really close. We're about to hopefully reach Gold 1 tag team. And the biggest thing is my defense has been doing so well here. I've got 5 wins on my defense in the last 12 hours. And I did get, in the last 24 hours, 3 losses. But my defense is holding strong. Over the last 2 hours, I got hit twice. Here's my defense. Team 2 and Team 3 here. Of course, I do have Duchess in my defense teams. So Duchess is very strong, obviously. And she's one of the biggest reasons why I was able to, get some wins. But I do have a lot of other champions that you get from, fusions, things like that. So Ultimate Death Knight was a login. Mithrala was from Hydra, just grinding. Supreme Elhain was from the previous fusion, and she's absolutely ridiculous. There's all my stats too, of course. Then we got Arbiter, Elva, Uko, fusion, Nishak, fusion. Very strong champions. Of course, Polymorph is massive. You need to put Polymorph on your champions that are support. It's going to seriously help you, especially when it comes to the defense and the enemy team trying to strip buffs or put debuffs on you. Aroneous is a strong champion as well. I do like his stun mechanics. Pythion is there to help cleanse. Foley is there to nuke. In Savage. So there's my teams. I'm at 1482 right now. And tier placement. So we're still in the green, so that means we definitely made it in. I'm really excited. It took a little while, but we finally did it. All right, so we're just waiting right now. I might jump ahead on the video here, on the video clip, just because it takes a little bit to actually pre-record this. And while we wait, I've decided to come to the tavern here, show you the champions that I use. I use Nishak, very strong champion, high accuracy. Arbiter I used a lot of as well. She's just high speeds, 358 speed Arbiter. Decent defense, decent HP, okay accuracy. Enough to strip off of those damage dealers at least. I use Lonatharo a lot for ally attack. He's at 240 something speed. Foley, one of my main nukers, pretty strong, running at 178 speed. Duchess, and this is my best Duchess, 2-turn stone skin, 4800 defense, 82,000 HP. I definitely want to change out the gauntlets that are defense into HP percent at some point. I used a lot of Mithrala, 258 speed, 675 accuracy, and then her resistance scales off accuracy and resistance. Used a ton of Ultimate Death Knight here. I want to make his HP a little bit stronger eventually, but I just need better gear for Stone Skin. Uko, 278 speed and a stun set with 466 accuracy, very strong set there. Didn't use Ninja at all. I use Samson a good amount because of increased accuracy. He does a little bit of damage, but I don't have him built mainly for damage. It's mainly for the increased accuracy, increased damage, crit damage on the allies. Then I used a lot of Supreme Elhain. Love this chick. She smacks, absolutely demolishes people with that crack shot ability. And she hits harder than Foley. And then with this guy here, Vlad, I did use a lot of him. He actually didn't have any masteries on him at the time. He had 0 masteries, but he still did some work. His A1, which decreased the enemy max HP, helped with the long battle fights. Then Pythion, of course, 244 speed, 1-turn stone skin. Just used him for cleansing, helping stay alive. Decent survivability stats. I used Basilius Rowanus a lot for the high accuracy, high speeds. Helped out against Rhodos a little bit. Helped with placing those stuns. Elva, love Elva. Amazing champion. I utilized her a lot on offense. 282 speed, 447 resistance. She is fully mastered, but I don't have her skills booked. I use Rhonda a lot as well on offense. 244 speed, decent crit rate, good crit damage, not crazy. 5,000, almost 5,300 attack. Decent champion. She's very, very good against Mithrala if she's not in immunity or stone skin. Also used Gaius the Gleeful a little bit, but not a ton. I do need to re-gear him at some point. I did use Herndig a little bit too. He's not in Savage, but I got him running somewhat fast, 230 speed almost. Good crit rate, good crit damage. Decent attack, but not crazy. Accuracy at 330. So we could try to decrease enemy turn meter. I also used Norog a couple times. Helped against those Leorius because he has that ability to place block buffs, debuff. So that's a good ability. I also used Harvest Jack a good amount. Harvest Jack with high accuracy, low speeds. I wanted to make sure that he was in a shield set because he has a cool passive which mitigates their buffs. So decreases duration of all buffs on the attacker by 1 turn every time they hit him. So I do need to re-gear him and put him in higher accuracy. He does have other good abilities as well with block buffs, poison, decrease attack, depending on what's going on in the battle. And he has good True Fear on everybody too, which is really nice. Allows the enemy to skip a turn, but I didn't use him all that often. I mainly used him against teams that place a lot of buffs and are really fast. So I used him a few times here and there and that's it. But I didn't use him much. Then we got my second Duchess in a bolster set. She's running pretty slow, 153 speed, 103k HP. I used Martyr a lot. She was someone who was a pseudo damage dealer, double stone skin set, so 2 turns. Actually, no, 1 turn stone skin, and she did well. Counterattacks were amazing with Skull Crown and other champions. I used my Lysandra, 313 speed. Used my Skull Crown a lot. Skull Crown is built. She's built thick, and she did a really good job. 6,200 on the attack, 234 speed, so she's built pretty fast. Who else did I utilize? I also utilized Madame Ceres for strips, but I mean, she turned to a sheep all the time. It was pretty annoying because everybody was running polymorph on multiple champions for their defense. I did utilize my Bushi, my good old Bushi, 6250 on the attack, 197 speed, 291 crit damage, and he on his A2 with his heavy hitting ability places a crit rate buff and increased speed on himself for 3 turns. So he has increased crit rate or 100% crit rate all the time, basically, unless he dies. But Bushi is actually a very unique champion. I put him in a Swift Parry, and then he has that ability to passive come back to life, which is really strong against those, what do you call them? The champions that can keep you dead, basically. Lydia blocks revive, basically. And once that procs, then you can revive them with another reviver like Duchess or Arbiter or whoever else. I did use Andresia. I did use Rian the Conjurer, 237 speed. Rian was helping with just buff strips and a revive, but she's not that strong. I did utilize Man-Eater a good amount of times, just to place the block debuff buff and unkillable. Of course, I use Vogoth. Vogoth was great in a provoke set. Helped me get those provokes off, especially against those Mithralas and stuff like that. I did use High Katoon. She's running really slow. I also used Deacon, a little bit faster than High Katoon, but both of them are pretty slow. And other than that, I think that's about it. I think that's about all I use for champions. But yeah, I'm very excited. Extremely excited, actually. And yeah, we finally did it. We got the tag team arena mission complete. There you go. And yeah, we're just going to relish in that. And now we're going to focus on pushing really hard for Ramontu and just going from there.